Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I wanted to speak about, the readiness of the divine masculine and how that is such an illusion on this journey. We often come across a lot of readings and a lot of reinforcement on YouTube which speaks of how the divine masculine is not yet ready. He will be ready for you, he will do this, he will do that. But essentially, we completely forget that he is us in another body. If the divine masculine is not ready, there is some element within you which is not yet ready. And that took me a long time to understand on this journey that if I wanted commitment from my divine masculine, was I really committing to myself? Was I in some sense ready for that commitment and deep love also? Because now, I hope this doesn't sound like a digression, but just from my own experience, before I met my divine masculine, the relationships I had, whether romantic or even platonic friendships, I always used to have an element of toxicity in most of those situations and relationships. Simply because there was toxicity within me, there were lots of unhealed wounds within me at the time. So when I met my divine masculine and I thought, wow, how compatible, and this was before I knew that this was my twin flame or what twin flames really even were, you know. It wasn't that definitely my divine masculine was not ready to commit to me, because somewhere I had all of these wounds and I wasn't ready to experience that, deep love that twin flame love really espouses in some sense. When you want to experience the depth of this love and this connection, to really have somebody know you in the way that you know yourself, to have somebody go within and look within into your soul and, accept those parts of you and love those parts of you, you have to really be ready for a love like that. And I used to think that it is my divine masculine who is not ready, but why does he not see the compatibility we have, the connection we have, the craziness of synchronicities and all of that, or the fondness or the attraction, the natural, chemistry and all of that. But essentially, rather than blaming him, what I needed to do, or what we all essentially need to do, is that we have to look at our own readiness to experience this. This is what is really going to cause a shift in the journey and essentially will also cause a shift within us. If we want to be loved so deeply and we really want to love someone so deeply, first of all, we have to look at what are the walls outside of our heart that we are not even ready to look at, that we had created as a defense mechanism since childhood essentially, that need to come down. Because I really had walls around me. And I remember, again in one particular instance, that my twin somehow, when I didn't even know him that well, but had pointed out that there were walls around me, like there is this certain, guardedness around me that even I wasn't aware of. So your twin really can see you through, can see through whatever you're experiencing, even though you could just be meeting for the first time. So essentially, this is the journey that you have to first examine the walls around your own heart. Instead of asking if you are ready if your divine masculine is ready for the connection, make the shift and ask yourself if you are truly ready to be loved and to love, and are you truly ready for this connection? Because this is a deep connection and you will not be able to hold the energy of that depth unless you have created and done some sense of a preparedness in your system. And often that preparedness comes with time. It definitely comes with inner work. It comes with spiritual maturity. Another thing, when we say that my divine masculine is not ready and I am ready for this, there is a difference there again. And that difference has to do with what you are creating. You're creating a separation consciousness where you think that you are separate from your twin. But in reality, the choice that you are making or the way you are thinking and feeling is exactly the way your divine masculine is thinking and feeling. This is why so many synchronicities happen. Like specifically on my twin flame journey, I have observed that what I am thinking about or I am speaking about or I am discussing with a friend, or what has basically crossed my mind, even in the phases of separation, if I would see a social media post of my twin flame, and it would somewhere speak of the same thing that I was thinking about. The only difference is that maybe that difference would be perhaps a difference of a day or 2 days, but essentially ideas and thoughts also travel between twins all the time, and it could be the most obscure topic, like not common, not something which is topical, which is being spoken of in the news or something like that. It is because you are the same soul. So do not think that this is a different soul. Your thoughts are also the same, your ways of thinking are the same, your experiences in life are, external experiences are a reflection of how we are inside. So even they tend to converge and they tend to be very similar because of the similarity that we have within with our twin flame. So if they are not ready to leave the karmic partner or whatever, are you really ready to leave your patterns behind? Are you ready to look at, what is confining you, what is holding you back? Have you healed yourself? Have you acknowledged, what your inner child is trying to bring to your notice? So many times there are unresolved hurts and pains in our hearts, that we experienced long ago that we have not even looked at yet. And those are the experiences and the pains that basically have somewhere contributed to the walls around our heart. So it's essential that we go back to those experiences, acknowledge what we felt and feel what we felt and release it, so that those walls around the heart can also come down and we can allow the twin flame love to come into our life. So essentially what I'm saying is that it's not your divine masculine who is not ready, it is you. The other thing is, if your divine masculine is somewhere not choosing you, are you really choosing him? Are you really choosing union? Are you really choosing yourself? Is there any doubt there? And where is that doubt coming in? If you think, yeah, I am, but yesterday I was not so much in support of the twin flame union because I thought maybe I didn't need to be here, and you're shifting every day, you're not making your choice very clear. So what you have to do then is to understand, where is this doubt coming from? Then examine this doubt. Definitely, one part of the doubt will be a fear of coming together that you have to examine, release and let go of, right? And go to the depth of, so that you can actually really release it. The other thing also has to be that there are negative beliefs that you have about twin flame journeys. You think that maybe, they never come into union, or unions don't sustain. That is not true. Absolutely. I've already made a video on it. I'll pin it in the cards above as well. But essentially, if you have met your twin, if the divine has planted this desire in you to unite with your counterpart, then this is a desire which has to be manifested. It's not like for your torture, that this desire was placed in you, or just for your spiritual awakening. Yes, it's great that your spiritual awakening is happening, and sometimes, yes, it does feel like union is a byproduct of the awakening. Absolutely true, because union is always there. It's not an external event. It's already within you. You're already one. Your twin is just an outer manifestation of your masculine energy, the way you are the outer manifestation of his feminine energy. It's just like that. So there is no disunion, there is no separation, there is no state of you not being together at all. So essentially, what are the beliefs that you have there about twin flames? Thirdly, if you think that soulmates are easier, or you're still entertaining other people because you want a certain security in life, then that again merits you to look at what is that security that you need in life. Why do you need someone in your life at all points of time? Do you have fears around growing old, around having children, not having children? Why do you want children? Or why do you want to, why are you afraid of getting old? Just look at that deep down. And of course, if you want children, it's not that you can't have children with your twin flames, or with your twin flame, or you can't adopt, or you can't give love to, all children in the world, or something like that. If you have a biological clock issue or something of the sort, just examine those issues also. Examine, what are your fears around reproduction? What are your fears around your life? What are your fears around your life 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Those fears are not rational, because they come from the space of ego. And ego is not the truth of our existence. Our truth is the fact that we are infinite beings experiencing an earthly life for a brief period of time. We've come here for the physical experience, but the physical experience doesn't define us, right? So you're much larger than just this physical experience. So remember that. And in this state, the ego that you have, which is related to the mind as well, or ego mind you may call it, essentially that has a large part of it which is focused on survival. It has a lot of learned responses from the past that try to keep you safe, that try to keep you in your comfort zone. But you have to be very aware of, those responses, and you have to let them go. You have to change the channel of fear. So I've also made the previous video on this that I'll be pinning in the cards above, and you can see that. I'll also add it to the description box. But essentially, remember that you are more than just fear. So this is where you have to examine, why are you not claiming your union, or why are you changing your mind about it? If you have a doubt that it's not a spiritual path, that is also not correct, because isn't it like that since you met your twin, you've grown the most in your spirituality, you've grown the most in your power, in whatever ways or form, whatever karmic patterns you were earlier subscribing to, haven't you left those behind? What else is spirituality if not self-empowerment, if not realization of the self, right? So this is a very, very spiritual journey, so do not have those doubts either. So understand that your twin is not separate from you, and secondly, it's not that he is not ready yet, it is just that you're not ready yet for the deep love, that you are going to experience in physical union. For that, it is better that you look within and you nourish your inner child, you nourish yourself, you love yourself very deeply in the places where there is no light yet, there is a lot of darkness within you. You allow the light, of your awareness to come into that space of darkness, so that you can then reintegrate those parts of you that somewhere, you have let go of, or that you have released. All right. So this is a very essential part of the journey, and when you do this and you're truly, truly ready in every sense, you will have inner union first. You will unite with your twin flame inside. You will sense their presence within you. And definitely physical manifestation follows soon. Why will it not? Because remember that the outside is always a reflection of the inside. And if even you're going to manifest a penny, from the outside, it is because you had the vibrational alignment of manifesting that penny within first. So it's the same thing, with twin flame union as well. First of all, you have to have that vibrational alignment of union within. And that happens automatically on this journey. And definitely the work that I just spoke of, looking at your wounds and healing yourself, and looking at the walls that you have created, looking at the choices you're making, the fears, that you're trying to release, and all of that, the places where you're not loving yourself and all of that. When you do all of this, this is where the vibrational frequency that, you are emitting, of course, rises up. This is where you become ready to hold, inner union consciousness as well, and you actually invite in inner union as well. So long story short, it's not that your twin who isn't ready, it is you who isn't ready. Your twin is a perfect mirror. So always take back whatever you're seeing in your twin. Take back and look at what it is, that it is trying to show you within you. This is what is really going to help you quicken your journey, and also help you in not looping on the journey, not trying to create that separation between the both of you and looking at them as a separate person responsible for their life and all of that, their karma, their actions. No, it's the same soul. This is all I wanted to share. I hope this was helpful, and if you need any support, please feel free to write to me at the email address imacompletelife@gmail.com. It's also being shown on your screen. I'll be very happy to assist you on your twin flame journey. It's a very affordable session, and I'll be happy to assist you with the inner work specifically that you need to do, specific to your situation, and also with regards to inner child healing or letting go of any of the wounds, that you're struggling with right now. So guys, I'll see you in the next podcast video. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. Sending you lots of love. Bye-bye.